So, today we will learn about coordinate geometry. Now, the concept of coordinate geometry is a very interesting concept. Suppose, for example, I tell you that from Model School of Siliguri, now Model School of Siliguri is a place. Okay. Now, if I tell you that from Model School of Siliguri, you please go to North Bengal Medical College. Okay. Now, I think all of you know where North Bengal Medical College is. Or if you do not know where North Bengal Medical College, suppose from Model School to Siliguri, I am asking you to go to maybe Inox City Center. Now first let us talk about Model School of Siliguri, and one person is going to North Bengal Medical College. Now he doesn't know how to go. A person is there. He is been asked to go from Model School to Siliguri to North Bengal Medical College. Now he doesn't know that from where to go. He is in Model School of Siliguri and he needs to go to North Bengal Medical College. Now how will he go? So what he does, he asks a person who knows that, can you tell me that how can I go? Now the person started telling him. The person told him certain things. First of all, the person told that you go out of Model School of Siliguri and you take a auto. And the auto will go up to Darjeeling Moor. He asked, he said, but do you know Darjeeling Moor? He said, yes, I know Darjeeling Moor. Okay. From Darjeeling Moor, okay, you go straight and you will find a huge ground at the left. When you go straight, huge ground at left. That is the CRPF police ground. Okay. Then you go past that ground and at the right you will find city center. So he actually reached city center. Right? Then from city center you still start going straight at the right. So city center you will find at right, ground at left, Darjeeling Moor he will find, and he will go straight from Darjeeling Moor. And then he will find huge ground at the left and he will go little bit more, maybe another 2 kilometers, and he will find city center. And when he will find city center, he finds city center. And from city center, he goes straight. He has been asked to go straight. And at right, he finds the restaurant Sky. A huge building, Quantum Building. His name is Quantum Building. Okay. Then he says that you see the Quantum Building, go straight, then you will find Matigara Moor. Then he said that from Matigara Moor, go straight and you will find Shiv Mandir, Medical Moor. There will be a huge flyover. From there, you take left and start going and you will find a rail bridge, and from the rail bridge you still go straight, you will find a huge traffic point. From there you go right and little bit you go and you will find medical college. Now the person, when he will go, he will remember everything said by him and it will become easier for him to find medical college. If the person would have just said, hey, just go from here, start walking straight, what he would have understood? The person would have understood nothing. But with this explanation, he can go and see the things and on pass by the things, and he will know for each of when he will go, he will find city center, then Sky, then Matigara Mode, and he will know that he is going at the right path. Yes or no? So in this way, he will find the medical college. This way of making a person know a place with the help of other places, okay, that is the basic of the coordinate geometry. Means I will try to locate a place with the help of other places or reference points. These are known as reference points. In the same way, if anybody asks you that in a plane of paper there is a point A, if I ask you that where is the point A, you can show by your finger, sir, here is point A. Yes or no? But if I say that don't show your finger, just tell me where is point A, it is difficult to tell where is point A because it is an entirely plane surface. How can I know where is point A? Right or wrong? But if there is another point B, okay, then it will be easier to answer, sir, point A is just at the right side of point B. But right side of point B, if there is a point C, then you will say, sir, point C as the right side of B also, A also. See, so the position of C, to tell you the position of C, if these 2 points were not there, it was impossible. But if this point is there, little bit you can tell that it is beside A, right side of A. So you are taking the help of the point A like you took the help of various places to locate a particular place. In the same way, you took the help of B to locate point A. But if I tell you where is B, you will say, sir, left side of A. If I say where is A, you will say, sir, left side of C, right side of B, in between B and C. So always see, we take the help of other points to locate, to know the position of one point. This is the basis of coordinate geometry. But when we do coordinate geometry, we do not generally take reference of points, but we take reference of axis. Axis means, suppose what they have done, the entire plane is divided into 4 parts in this way. First, there is one axis. It is known as x dash. Sir, why are you writing x this side and x dash this side? Because suppose, for example, this is a road or this is a place. Suppose this is you standing here and this is your playground and this is your house. Now when you go this side to your playground 5 kilometer, to your house. So when you go this side to your house, that is 5 kilometer, and when you go this side, that is also 5 kilometer to your playground. But conventionally, when we go right, we say it plus 5, and when we go left, we say minus 5. In the same way, negative is always denoted by x dash, positive is always denoted by x. So here in like number line, here will be a 0. And here will be divisions like 1, 2, that is plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just like a, what we can say, division like a number line, but all are positive numbers. And this side it will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and minus 5. These sides will be the, what we can say, the negative sides. Are you getting my point? Now what happens is that you divided the plane into 2 parts, the upper part and the lower part. Now there, this is known as the x-axis. This is known as the what? X-axis. And again, you can draw another. This is the x-axis is the horizontal axis. Remember, x-axis is the horizontal axis. This is the horizontal axis. Okay, and there will be another axis known as the y-axis, which is the vertical axis. This is the y-axis called the vertical axis. Okay, so you get a horizontal axis and you get a vertical axis, and the vertical axis is the y-axis. Now this will also be divided, but when you go up also you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and down when you go you will get -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 in this way. In this way continuously we will keep on getting. Are you getting my point? Are you understanding? Now in this way you have divided it into 4 parts, and these 4 parts are known as 4 quadrant, and the 4 quadrants are measured in anti-clockwise. This is the first quadrant. If you take this, the first quadrant, if you go like this, it will be the second quadrant. You go down, it will be the third quadrant, and you go this side, it will be the fourth quadrant. Actually you are going anti-clockwise. If you imagine a minute hand or second hand, clock goes like this, no? But you are going anti-clockwise, not in the direction of the clock, not in the direction of the clock in this way, but you are going opposite to the direction of clock. So this is first, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth. So in anti-clockwise direction, we measure the we give name of the quadrants. Got my point? Understood? So the plane with the help of 2 axes are divided into 4 parts. The 4 parts are known as quadrants. First quadrant, there are 4 quadrants. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Now you may be wondering that, sir, you have introduced the chapter with locating a place with the help of various reference places, or locating a particular point in a plane with the help of other points. Now you are telling us that let us divide the plane into 4 parts, and how would it help in this chapter? Does it help us to locate a point? Yes. Breaking down the plane into 4 parts, breaking down the plane into 4 parts helps us to locate the point or any point on the plane, which is what we will learn. Now suppose, imagine that there is Cartesian plane, okay? Now when I divide a plane with 2 axes, the axis, plural of axis is axis, means together x and y axis are known as axis. So with the help of 2 axes, if I divide a plane, such a plane is called Cartesian plane. Such a plane is known as what? Cartesian plane. I hope that you understand. Now, how will your Cartesian plane help you is that, suppose here are divisions 1, 2. I hope you understand that here 0. 0 of x-axis also 1, 2. So the distance between 0 and 1 is equals to the distance between 1 and 2. Then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8. From 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Then this side if you go, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and it will continue. It will continue. And remember the distance between 0 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 3, this side also and this side also, the distances should be same between each of the numbers, okay, be it positive or negative. Now suppose this is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. Now suppose if you put a point here, suppose a point is here. Now you will know the position of this point very easily. Just join this point to here, so you get 5. And just join this point to the y-axis and you get 3. So this point is A, 5, 3. Now these are known as coordinates. These are known as what? Coordinates. A, 5, 3. 5 and 3 are coordinates of the point A. 5 and 3 are coordinates of the point A. Matlab, this is 5, 3. 5 and 3 are the coordinates of the point A. Suppose there is a point here. So if you join here, suppose you get 2 and you get 5. So 2, 5. 2, 5 is the coordinate of the point B. Suppose you get a point here. So if you join like this, so you get it C, 3.5, 1. So 3.5, 1 is the coordinate of the point C. Here if you do, you get 3 minus 3, 3. Here if you do, you get minus 5, 1. If a point is here and if you join like this and like this, you get minus 7, 5.5. But do you notice that always I am writing the value of x at first, then the value of y? The value of x at first, then the value of y. The value of x at first, then the value of y. Then the value of x at first, then the value of y. X at first, then at y. X at first, then at y. Can you notice that? And again, if I write here, then if I go like this, then you get minus 2, minus 4, isn't it? At first x, then y. If I get a point here, you get, if you join it, you get minus 6, minus 3. If I take a point here, you will get 7, minus 3. I am always writing the value of x at first, or the value which is at the x-axis at first and the value of the y-axis at the next. Suppose here is a point and you get a point, this point will be 2, minus 5. So do you notice that I have always written x at first, then I have written y? Yes or no? So any common point, any point ka coordinate, the general expression is x, y, because the value of x is at first written and then the value of y. So value of x and y together forms the coordinate. X is known as abscissa. X coordinate is known as abscissa and y coordinate is known as ordinate. Y coordinate is known as ordinate. Now I will give you a task and you have to perform a task. Please draw like this Cartesian plane in your copy. And then this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is -1, this is -2, this is -3, this is -4, this is again 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is again -1, -2, -3, -4. Now I will give you certain points. Point A, point B, point C, point D, point E, point F, point G, point H, and point I. Please write down the coordinates of all the points. Here, pause the video and write down the coordinates of all the points. Let's see. Okay? So, if you have already written by pausing the video, you must be finding that this is, okay, 5, 4, this is 2, 1, this is -1, 2, this is -3, this should be 1.5, no? -3, okay, chalo, 1 or 1.5. This should be -4, 4, okay, fine. This is -4, -1. This is -1, -3, okay. This is H is 3, -2, fine. And I is 5, -3.5. 5, -3. Do you notice one thing? In this quadrant, in the first quadrant, all the x and y both are plus. That's why it is plus quadrant. Whichever point will be here, always x will be minus and y will be plus. So this is plus minus quadrant, because always x will be minus, because you will always pick the x from the negative side and pick the y from the positive side. The name of this axis is y dash, and this axis is x dash. So always the what we can say, x will be negative and y will be positive. And so as because you write always like this, x comma y, x at first, y at second, so minus comma plus. This is minus quadrant, and this is plus comma minus quadrant, because always the x will be positive picked from this side and y will be negative picked from this side. So that is the thing. Now one more query that urges us to know that what is the coordinate of this point. The coordinate of this point is 0, 0. What is the coordinate of this point? The coordinate of this point is 0, 2. What is the coordinate of this point? The coordinate of this point is 3, 0. What is the coordinate of this point? The coordinate of this point will be -1, 0. What is the coordinate of this point? The coordinate of this point will be -4, 0. What will be the coordinate of this point? This will be 0, -3. So any point on the y-axis, any point on the y-axis will have coordinate 0, y. If it is in the positive side, 0, positive y. If it is in the bottom side, 0, negative y. And any point on the x-axis will have coordinate x, 0, because the value of y is 0. Here the value of x is 0. Here the value of y is 0. That's why. And this point will be 0, 0. This point is known as origin. This point is known as what? Origin. I hope you have understood up to this much. Thank you.